Welcome to the October GMM. Whether you're here with us live in a safe and socially distanced manner at Firefly, or you're joining us virtually from home on your comfortable couch, we're glad you're spending time with the Junior League tonight. We have a lot of exciting updates to share with you, and we want to start off first with Friday the 13th. That's Friday, November the 13th, where we're going to have our first Cooking for a Cause. We're really excited about partnering with Natalie Dupree, one of Charleston's premier cookbook authors, who's going to be working with us on this event. And we are going to cook a few things out of our Charleston Receipts cookbook. It is our 70th anniversary, so we'll be celebrating that as well on Friday the 13th. We'll put all the groceries together for you, and you can come pick it up and join us with our virtual cooking class. We're really excited. Please mark your calendars for that. Also, you've heard about the new member program and the changes that we're looking at making to that, along with the fast track program. We've given you a couple of opportunities to speak up, and we've got another one coming up. One of our speak ups is going to be on October the 29th. So be sure to put that on your calendar if you have some feedback to our leaders on the new member process and that new fast track program. Next, we're going to have Kelly Lawson with the prayer of service.
We pray that we may never be so blind that our small world is all we ever see, or so supremely satisfied that what we are is all we want to be. Grant us the joy of filling someone's needs. Make us gracious followers, make gracious those who lead. But more than all, we hope that down the years, we will remember that there are always new frontiers.
Hi ladies, Kelly Nix here, your VP of Training. It's my pleasure to introduce tonight's speaker, Michelle Neske. Michelle is a physician's assistant, PA counselor, wellness advocate, wife, and mother. And she's here to answer all of our questions on women's health. Thanks so much, Michelle, for joining us, aka the Posh PA.
Hello, Junior League of Charleston. My name is Michelle Neske, and I'm a physician assistant. I graduated from the Yale PA program in 2005, having been a practicing PA for the last 15 years, most recently at the Hollings Cancer Center here at MUSC. I'm excited to talk to you guys today, and the first topic I'm going to address is annual health screenings during coronavirus. So a lot of us put off our annual checkups and things of that nature due to the pandemic. But I will say that doctors' offices all have protocols in place to keep you as safe as possible, and you should feel safe going to your doctor. They often even offer telehealth visits, so if you don't want to go in person, you can still get the care that you need. In terms of health screenings, we've all put that off, right? Guilty. But it's time for us to get back in the saddle so that we can detect preventable disease early. The number one thing that you should be continuing to get screened during this time is your blood pressure and your cholesterol. That should be screened at least once a year. Why? Because heart disease is the leading cause of death of women in the United States. So it's really important to continue your annual health screening with your primary care provider. The second thing is, for women that are 40 or older or have high risk of breast cancer in their family, annual mammograms should continue to be performed. Again, the hospitals have protocols in place to keep you safe during this time, and so you should not feel unsafe going to get your mammogram so that we can help detect breast cancer as early as possible. For women that are 40 and above, it says every 1 to 2 years on the guidelines, 50 above yearly. Obviously, that differs if you have a strong family history or other risk factors that will put you, at risk. The other thing is, if you are over, if you're age 35 to 60, whatever years, you should be having cervical cancer screening every 3 years with a pap smear and every 5 years for HPV testing. So if you are due or your gynecologist has told you that you need yearly screening or more frequent screening, although now most of the time it's every 3 years, please go get your pap smear. We want to be detecting these cancers as early as possible. So really every 3 years, and check with your gynecologist if you should be going more frequently. Don't put off these screenings. As far as breast self-exams are concerned, they are controversial. The research has not shown any clear benefit of clinicians or women doing self-breast exams, particularly if they're getting mammograms, and because usually if a woman feels something in their breast, it's usually when they're taking a shower or getting changed and not doing a formal breast exam. With that being said, if you have risk factors and you are not somebody that's getting mammograms regularly because you're younger or whatever, you should be checking your breasts once a month or once every 2 months. If you notice any changes in your breast on the skin or underneath your armpit, obviously those things need to be alerted to your primary care physician as soon as possible. If you are going to be performing breast self-exams, usually, like I said, monthly, you can set a reminder on your phone to continue to have those done. So if you decide not to go to the doctor and you're going to do a telehealth visit, what is the best way to prep for a virtual visit? And having done many of these myself, I can say the very first thing is check your technology. The technology platforms, while should be straightforward, sometimes have difficulty with connectivity issues. Go on there, test it out. They usually send you a link beforehand with instructions on how to access the virtual visit. If you did not get those, call the office and make sure you do. You also want to make sure your device is charged, fully charged. Try to be in a space that is quiet, with not a lot of distractions, although I know that is almost impossible right now with most people who have kids, but try to have decent lighting. You don't need a fancy ring light or anything like that, but you want a space that's quiet that you can talk to your provider, one-on-one and feel comfortable doing so. And you want to have the phone number of your pharmacy on hand, or you want to know the name of your pharmacy and the location, so that if your provider is going to prescribe something for you electronically, they can just simply go and find it and then send the medication there. So, definitely my number one thing is to try out the technology beforehand, get the instructions, and learn the platform a little bit before you go on. That will make it easier on the day of your visit. Try to log in a little bit early. Don't be walking around or trying, if you can access this in a place where you're sitting, try not to be walking around. I even had a patient who lit a cigarette during a virtual visit. Big no-no over here. So, just anything that you would do at a doctor's office, you should do at home. Bring a list of questions, write down a list of your concerns, and make sure you're getting everything answered during that virtual visit. Okay, so let's move on to sort of healthy eating and meal prep. I know that most of us have been cooking at home or even ordering out because we're just kind of sick of cooking at home. And one of the ways that I get around that is by meal prepping. And so, yeah, sometimes meal prepping can sound all time consuming and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is you can get this done within a 2-hour time frame or even within an hour time frame. I find most of my meal prep recipes on Pinterest. Great place to find recipes, quick, easy meal prep ideas that are healthy and will fit the needs of you and your family. Utilize your appliances, crock pots, things like that. Some great healthy recipes that you can actually store in the freezer in bags and then just throw into the crock pot. One of the things I like to do on a Sunday is just literally take a sheet pan and throw chicken on there, throw it in the oven, and just have baked chicken that I could make tacos with or salads with. Same thing goes for vegetables. Throw broccoli, sweet potatoes, any vegetable that you like on a sheet pan and bake it. Throw a little salt and pepper on there, a little oil, little spices if you want. Utilize your spices. That is the easiest thing to do. You stick it in the oven, you walk away for 20, 30 minutes, you come back, it's all cooked. You can utilize these ingredients to make a number of different easy recipes. Do not get bogged down with complicated recipes that take an hour or more. Try to find things that are 30 minutes or less and that you can get done quickly and that you can utilize for the rest of the week. And that will help. Also, write down what you want to eat on what day of the week in terms of dinner. Dinner seems to be the hardest for most people, especially if you're feeding a lot of people. And so if you can prep some of the things in advance, like rice or whatever it is, you can do that and just keep it in the fridge and then throw it all together right there at the end. But that is the best thing that I like to do. And I set down a time where I'm going to look and say, okay, I'm going to get these recipes and then I'm going to dedicate an hour to this on Sunday and then we're going to be done. And if you do that, I feel like it becomes second nature and it's something that you can really implement in your life without it feeling like so much of a chore. Also, get your kids involved if your kids are interested in cooking. I know my daughter loves to be in the kitchen with us. And when she helps make the food, she actually eats the food. So I think that that is a really important thing to do as well. Lastly, if you are feeling overwhelmed, this pandemic has turned everybody's lives upside down, including yours truly. It has been very stressful from a mental, emotional, and psychological standpoint. It's been challenging on relationships. Some of us haven't seen our families in a really long time. School schedules are all out of whack. Some of our kids are at home. I mean, it's just one stressor after another, and another. And I know for myself, there have been times where I'm like, oh my God, like I can't get into a consistent rhythm. I'm so stressed. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm not sleeping well. I'm not eating well. All those things that kind of snowball. And if you are really feeling overwhelmed, depressed, super anxious, and you don't know who to reach out to, I would say if you have a primary care doctor, number one, reach out to them, or your gynecologist. Your OBGYN is a great person to reach out to for that. If you're not in contact with a doctor that you feel comfortable reaching out to, then Hands on Health South Carolina has a list of mental health resources that you can go through and either self-refer for counseling or a bunch of different options. You are not alone. And please find friends, family to talk to as well. But if you're looking for a higher level of medical treatment, start with your PCP, start with your gynecologist, and then from there, you can get the services that you need. If you don't have somebody that you want to talk to, go to Hands on Health South Carolina, Google it, go to their website. Everything is there. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you're all hanging in there during this time. Thank you so much for letting me talk to you today, and stay safe and stay healthy.
Good evening, Junior Leaguers. My name is Katie Biondo, and I am the Internal Communications Chair and co-lead graphic designer. As a member of the Communications Council, I have been asked to share some relevant updates and reminders. First off, our private Facebook page, the Junior League of Charleston Affinity Group, is getting a rebrand. This summer, we asked you, the members, to vote on a new name, and the winner is, drumroll please, JLC Members Only. The name change will take place tonight. As a reminder, members are individually admitted to the group since it is private, but any JLC member can post to the wall. You no longer need approval. So feel free to contribute to share event updates, committee announcements, or anything you might feel is valuable to our league. Next up, very important, communication deadlines. Our internal and external communication committees are here to help, but please be aware that we ask you to abide to the following deadlines to ensure we have ample time to create, prepare, and implement proper communication and marketing plans. So listen up. If you're planning a ticketed event, such as the Gown Affair, upcoming cookbook event, please provide information 8 weeks out. If you need assistance with a PR push, social media, a plug-in link notes, press releases, website updates, for instance, Diaper Bank or Little Black Dress initiatives, we need that information 6 weeks out. Lastly, if it's a member internal event like a GMM, member engagement event, oyster roast, etc., please provide that information 4 weeks out. Again, these dates mean that everything needs to be turned into the Communications Council at the appropriate interval. If we don't receive our information at the right time, we can't guarantee that everything will be committed in a timely fashion. Please work with your communication council liaison well in advance of your marketing needs to ensure your message can be shared with your desired audience. If you would like Caitlin or Liz to come speak at a council meeting to further discuss this plan, please let them know. Remember, submit your requests via the Marketing and Communications Request Form or Newsletter Content Submission Form on the leader page of our JLC website. We also love good news. Submit good news for inclusion in the newsletter and or social media on the member page. Don't forget to follow us on social if you haven't already. On behalf of the Communications Council, thank you and have a spooktacular Halloween.
Hi everyone, this is Ruby McChesney, your Vice President of Community. And in Community's last update to membership, we unfortunately shared that we were limited in the number of opportunities that were open to members who wish to volunteer for a single community partnership. Currently, we do have diaper bank bundling shifts that are open to any member, and we hope to share some opportunities with Florence Crittenton in the upcoming months. One of the Junior League of Charleston's goals is to improve the community through effective action and leadership of trained volunteers. With that being said, I wanted to share a few reminders with you if you have signed up or plan to sign up for an upcoming volunteer shift. Please make sure you read any shift details and feel free to reach out to the chair or the shift lead if you have any questions beforehand. This will ensure you are prepared for the work that will be completed and also aware of any possible COVID restrictions. Please be timely with your shifts. If you know that you're going to be a few minutes late or that you may need to leave early, please communicate that to the lead. We want to make sure that the group attending is able to meet all the goals and needs of that shift. And if you, in the event you're unable to make a shift that you have signed up for, please make sure you reach out to the chair or the listed point of contact. Because the number of shifts are so limited, if we are aware we have an empty spot, we may be able to open that back up or call on a member who is on standby or on a wait list. And some shifts are organized to have a certain number of volunteers for specific roles, and we want to make sure that we provide the volunteers needed to the partner to fulfill their needs. What we ultimately are striving to do is ensure that we are showing up for our partners. So we are excited to see you guys at some of our upcoming community shifts. Hey everyone, Ruby McChesney here, your Vice President of Community, and I wanted to take a moment to give you all a quick update to our Community Project Development, or CPD's application process for our upcoming league year. Working through the impacts of COVID-19 and this new socially distanced environment, we've had to take a look at how we are going to partner with the community in the future. And what we've done is evaluated the needs of our community partners and projects, and we've listened to the needs of our members and our community service leaders. Moving forward with the 2021-2022 year, we're going to focus our efforts on a smaller number of opportunities so that we are able to ensure high quality impact and cohesion to the Junior League of Charleston's mission. So what this means is that our community service impact goal for next year will be to work with 1 to 2 year-long projects and provide approximately 4 to 8 done-in-a-day opportunities. Having a smaller group of community projects will allow us to concentrate on the growth of the diaper bank, and it'll also allow us to provide meaningful community service opportunities to our members through direct service. And then it will still allow us the opportunity to possibly expand our done-in-a-day projects, our community grants, and volunteer options should the COVID-19 restrictions notably improve. So CPD is currently working hard to review the applications that they have received, and we're excited to be able to work through the challenges of this pandemic and still have a positive impact on our community.
Hi ladies, I'm Eris, your VP of Fundraising. I want to share a few Fundraising Council updates with all of you. So first, Amazon Smile. For those of you who don't know, Amazon Smile customers can now support the Junior League of Charleston through the Amazon shopping app on iOS and Android mobile devices. The instructions to turn on Amazon Smile on your phone are simple. First, you're going to go to the Amazon app on your phone. Next, you're going to go to Main Menu and then Settings. Once you go to settings, you're going to click on Amazon Smile, and then you're going to follow the on-screen instructions to complete the process and start generating donations. If you don't see the Amazon Smile under your settings, you will need to download the latest version of the Amazon app, but it's that simple. Share with your friends, family, coworkers, any avid Amazon shoppers you know, because every little bit counts in supporting our mission. Next, I want to share some updates with you about a gown affair. We are excited to announce our gown affair dates for this year are January 22nd and 23rd of 2021. So that's a Friday and Saturday. Friday is a VIP event at Founders Hall that will have raffles, fashion show, silent auction, and then we'll have a pickup event on Saturday. So just to get you excited about some of what we have planned, some of our silent auction items, we have a full day deep sea fishing charter from Brown Dog Sport Fishing valued at $650. And we also already have a spa gift certificate for 2 people for 3 services at Woodhouse Day Spa valued at $540. So please stay tuned. We have more that we have coming. And look out for updates, and we look forward to seeing you on January 22nd. Last, I want to share a little bit about our boutique. So a little history on our boutique. The boutique began as a fundraising project by a committee of 21 sustaining members. That committee compiled 750 recipes in 350 pages to create and publish what became Charleston Recipes on November 1st, 1950. Over these last 70 years, Boutique has expanded product development for league and community members to purchase. We celebrate our past, present, and future as we reach another milestone. So cheers to 70 years of the JLC Boutique. Head over to check out a variety of what products we have available. There are t-shirts for volunteer shifts, notebooks for organization, holiday gifts like cutting boards and dish towels. So go to the online store. The link is on the member page, and be sure to use your exclusive member discount code JLC1923 for 20% off your purchase. And the best part is all purchases from the JLC Boutique go to your philanthropy commitment. So shop the store, fill out the commitment report, and it's that simple. So that's all the fundraising updates I have. If you are watching this at Firefly, head over to our boutique table to see what all we have available. For those of you watching at home, like I said, head over to the website. The link is on the member page. Thanks, ladies.
Hi, I am Helen Wolf, chair of this year's Leadership Institute. First, I want to say thank you to the 97 women who registered for Leadership Institute sessions already this fall. We've had 2 excellent virtual sessions. The first was on executive presence with Charleston local Liz Guthridge, and our session last week was on digital wellness with DC-based Miko Marquette Wicklock. If you're interested in watching a recording of either of these sessions, please email leadershipinstitute@jlcharleston.org. All sessions provide 1 training credit. We have 1 more virtual session in this calendar year on Thursday, November 19th, focused on communications superpowers, pitching, personal branding, public speaking, and PR with Charleston local Whitney McDuff. We will pick back up again in January with a Leadership Institute favorite, Thomas Heath, doing a session on personal rebranding. Then Charleston-based Shauna Van Bogart will lead us in Mind Over Matter mindfulness. And we will finish our sessions in March with local etiquette and networking expert Cynthia Grosso. We hope you will join us for a future session.
Thank you again, whether you're here with us in a safe and socially distanced environment at Firefly or at home on your couch with a blanket, or watching this recording later. We appreciate the time you spent with the Junior League. Don't forget to mark your calendars for Friday, November the 13th for Cooking for a Cause. Have a safe and wonderful fall. We'll see you next month. This meeting's adjourned.